Yo, what is cracking, my zigafide viewers? And today I'm gonna show you how to sauce up your piano beats. I'm gonna give you a bunch of sauce tips. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you. I got 2K subs the last video. I don't know, completely blew up. I was not expecting that. I got like 1.4K views. Got like a lot of subs from that. Like, I appreciate it. Especially because my channel was dead. If you go back and look at my videos, I was getting like less than 50 views per video. And I appreciate those 50 views per video, but like the last video just blew up. You know, let's just get into the piano sauce tips. Oh wait, I just remembered. I'm gonna give you something for 2K special. Not sure exactly what. I'll figure that out. And also, there is also part 2 of that video coming, of like the famous presets video. I'm making part 2, but this is not the part 2. Part 2 is probably next week. But yeah, let's get into some piano sauce tips. So what I'm talking about is I'm going to show you some tips to make your piano beats just so much better, take them to the next level. Okay, so I already got this melody here, and the melody composition is not the main part of this video. Like, I'm going to show you more like sound design, but not exactly design, because we still use some presets. I can't do sound design, bro, but oh yeah, also, if you notice, I moved the mic down, you can see my face more. Okay, but I'm talking more like what to do with the sounds and how to choose sounds for a piano type beat. So I'm going to show you the piano pattern I made and why I chose to make it sound like this. So yeah, just simple, more like some Polo G type vibes. I really don't know, but originally I had these notes down here, but I realized it would be too muddy, because like you gotta keep in mind when you cut out frequencies for the 808, it'll take out all the low end from the piano, so I like to keep stuff higher. And these are just the chords down here, obviously, and it's just a little melody. I cooked this up on my MIDI keyboard. Okay, so now after you have this, you're gonna wanna, to get this sauce effect, you're gonna wanna pitch it up by pressing Control up arrow, and then right click on it right here. You can see Nexus right here. If you right click on it, you can click render as audio clip. Okay, now after you have this rendered to an audio clip, you're gonna pitch it down the octave again. I actually didn't pitch it down the entire way because I wanted to change the pitch of it, but then I'm gonna add some effects to it. So I put a bit of RC20 on. I got the wobble, distort, digital, space, magnetic, just default things. You could just turn up these knobs and it sounds good already. Dude, my voice cracking. Okay, but after you add these effects, it sounds like this. So yes, completely transformed from the default piano Nexus preset into something that sounds really cool. Now I guess the next phase of this video is what sounds to layer the piano with, and in this case is another second sauce tip. Really important to choose sounds that are like more like the background, because since this is a piano beat, you have to keep the piano the main focus. You cannot take the piano out of the main focus or else it'll just fall apart, you know. So I got like this little instrument. It's like a Rhodes kind of thing, but it's just in the background. I'll play it and then I'll show you the effects I got. So yeah, it's super in the background, and part of that is because of the effects I chose. So I added a fruity delay because it was not big enough, you know. It cut off too quickly. I put this fruity love filter just to add a gate, and to do that you just go to presets and you could choose, there's 3 basic gates and I use those a lot. And then this one is a sauce tip. There's a free plugin, it's called Pancake 2. It just lets you automate panning without having to do like an automation clip and everything. So it pans from left to right, but I have it on like half wetness, so it's not as severe. And then finally an EQ, because it was taking up too much of the piano's room. Like these mids are where like piano goes crazy. Okay, then just one more sound to add on to the these two sounds is just a flute, and it's not even crazy. It's just more in the background. It's just a Nexus flute, by the way. This is just an example of why to make your counter melody simple, because when I play all these together, the piano will still be by far the main focus, and that's kind of something you gotta remember. Okay, so here is the final melody that we got here. So as I keep saying, the piano is the main focus. Okay, and then just for an additional sauce, I know I could do this in RC20, but I like this texture, this lo-fi texture. You could probably barely hear it. But yeah, it's just a lo-fi, it's like I don't even know what that gets called. It's like just noise to add on to the authenticity of the piano. Okay, the next thing would be drums, and I just laid out these drums. I know it's not the center point of the video, but people will still want to know. So I first laid out this 808. Simple stuff. You don't want to overcomplicate it when the melody is the main point of your beat. Like if you're making a melodic piano beat, don't make the drums take away from the melody. You feel me? And another example of this is just the simple two-step hi-hats. And then a clap, open hat, and a little like perk thingy. And I'll play all the drums for you together. Okay, now it's time for some general arranging, which I kind of already did. Okay, so for the intro, I pitched down the piano by 12 again, so it sounds just even lower. So now the piano is just way down, but it works for an intro. I don't want to go into everything I did because it's kind of getting off the point of the video. I'll explain some of these sauce tips in another sauce tip video. But I just had I guess this would be like a pre-hook here, and then hook, and then still hook, whatever, and then verse. And then the good thing to do is just copy that a few times, and then you got a good beat. And I also used a few risers. I could probably link you a good riser pack if you ask for it. But yeah, I used a few risers. Just basic. And I think that happens to be it. I hope you enjoyed these piano sauce tips. I hope I did a good job of explaining. I know it's kind of all over the place, but hopefully I got my point across. So the main tips was you can make a good piano sound amazing if you pitch it up, render it, and pitch it back down. Note that this probably wouldn't work with one shots because like they're not really affected by pitch the same way that a thing that's trying to emulate a piano is. So yeah, that's a sauce tip. Second sauce tip, if you're making a piano beat, make sure the beat still revolves around the piano. Don't add too much stuff that is taken away. You gotta keep that in mind. And I think that is it. I'll let you see the final beat. Subscribe, comment. Yes, definitely subscribe because that preset video is coming next week probably. Subscribe, comment, like. Follow my Instagram, bro. I don't know why, just do it. And I guess Twitter too. And I'm about to head out.